My name's Kimberly Callton. I'm 41 years old and I'm from Lansing, Michigan. So I started riding bikes when I was a kid, probably like 7 or 8 years old, and I've rode pretty consistently for most of my life, but it's never been anything more than like a leisure activity for me, especially growing up in like a rural community. It was really my ticket to feeling like the world was bigger than what my experience was. I was kind of nervous about meeting everybody. I wasn't sure. There's a lot of personalities under one roof or together all the time, and I wasn't really sure what that would feel like, but it's just been fun. Victory Bike Studio has been one of my favorite parts of this whole trip.
Hey, bravo. Yeah. You turned 40 last year?
Last year, yeah.
Hey, I'm 40.
Everyone's like, oh, 40. Like, sweet, 40, let's get reckless. I really like Sean and Clark, and that whole experience, getting to meet them and the atmosphere of the studio itself, like, is such a welcoming, low-key place that it's just a pleasure to be around them and to be in there.
Oh, Kimberly, looking pro.
Yeah!
Hell yeah!
I feel very fancy, like I could just slide right across the table. the sliding like a seal.
Yeah, exactly.
Seeing the bike for the first time was so cool. Like, I've never seen something of that caliber where it like flexes so much. Everything I've had in the past were like $200 Toys R Us bikes, you know what I mean? So to see something so nice and so cool and so new, it was like, oh my God, I get this. I hope I don't break it.
So you just...
They make it really small, but there's always rotation.
I'm learning all the tips and tricks and trades of tires.
You seem to be the most curious about learning about all the things.
Yes, dude, knowledge is power.
That's what I'm looking for. We need that.
Getting a bike fit was a very unique experience. I can't tell you how many times I was asked, does that feel good? And I've never, like, I don't know what it's supposed to feel like. So when I was asked, how does that feel? I'm like, I don't know. It feels like this, but I don't know what it's supposed to feel like. And to see how much of a difference that made when I got on it and rode it was just mind-blowing to me.
What's going on?
I'm just appreciating the difference between this and my fat bike.
A little more efficient?
Yeah, so much easier and smoother and like not as hard to pedal.
Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated ride series session here in Memphis. So what we're gonna do today is gonna seem very mundane at times. Trust me, it's not. It's building a solid foundation for everything you are going to do in Leadville.
Good.
So the skills that I'm trying to equip them with this weekend, I think we could just bring it back to a baseline of comfort, trying to get them comfortable on their bike, get them comfortable getting in and out of their pedals, and getting them comfortable standing up. We gotta start from the base. The ground up. We gotta start from the ground up, people. You know, this is a big deal. It's gonna take everything they have to even think about finishing this endeavor. And the more efficient they can be on their bike, the more they'll be able to focus on that singular goal.
Good.
My leg's stuck. My leg's stuck.
Okay,
it's
hang on.
pinching really hard.
I definitely feel like I got out of the comfort zone on my bike. It was equal parts terrifying and thrilling. It was kind of like, I can't believe I'm doing this. And then it was like, I can't believe I'm doing this. This is amazing.
Here, you're back in a really good position.
And then it kind of makes me go, well, what else can I do? You know, how far can I push myself? So while it is very scary, it is also very thrilling. And it gives me a lot more confidence in my ability to tackle things that seem out of my grasp.
That was fun, but I'm tired.
From the ground up is I feel like it's designed to show people that side of cycling, to go, hey, yes, this looks intimidating and we're these professional people, but we want you to be a part of this with us. We want this community to grow, we want to include everybody, and we want to make it a fun experience. And to me, that is like the core of From the Ground Up. It is to create this community that's welcoming and inviting and caring, to get other people involved and get other people excited about biking.
Lifetime just opened a gym in Boulder's has been awesome, and they offered to do metabolic testing, which is a very you don't need metabolic testing to take on Leadville, but it allows you to figure out how your body reacts to fuel and how much you need to eat to take on the race.
So, welcome to Lifetime, you guys. So today we're going to be doing a VO2 max testing. We're going to go to your max. Because the stages are a little bit longer, we may not get to your true VO2 max, but that's okay because we are looking primarily at your fuel utilization. We're not looking for that number, that true number today.
So when they got there, we got them on the bikes, they did a quick warm up, and they do a ramp test. And so what that is starting at a very normal power output, and then jumping up 20 to 40 watts every 90 seconds. This allows you to see the output as you go harder and harder and harder until you fail. But everything you breathe out and breathe in is tracked. And so it gives us a lot of information to figure out how to best help you out on race day.
Actually, it was better than I thought. Having everybody there cheering for me, like if I could record that and play that in my headphones during the race, that'd be all I need for motivation, man. That was awesome. Just the support, it makes a difference. I don't think I could have done as well without it.
Let's go find Kimberly. There's the cool rack in the wild. Hello, hello. Oh my goodness.
I remember getting my first real bike, and I was 7 or 8 years old, and it was way too big for me, and I had to climb up on these railroad ties to even be able to get on the bike to ride. But the minute I was able to balance on that and go, I was unstoppable. I would ride 15, 20 miles to 2 towns over and go exploring. My proudest moments in life have been the small things. Being a mom, or when my kids tell me that they love me or they're happy, those are my proudest moments. It's the small things. Knowing that I've impacted somebody else's life in a small way, those are my proud moments. In the last year, it's been a little more than a year now, I separated households with my kid's dad. The adjustment to being a single mom was a big change for everybody. We moved into another house, and we're just kind of getting to the point where we were very comfortable and had a routine, and things felt normal to an extent when we lost the house, so.
At 2:01 p.m. today, the Lansing Fire Department received a call to 226 Allen Street for a reported home explosion. And when they arrived, that's just what they found. There was a home explosion. Now, what they couldn't confirm was what caused the said explosion.
Back in September 18th, that day is burned into my brain. I was on my way back home from West Virginia, and when I was about an hour away from home, I got a phone call that said 911. She's like, "Where are you? Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yes, what's going on?" And she's like, "Is anybody at your house right now?" And I was like, "Not that I know of." And she's like, "Well, there's been an explosion at your house." What I felt in that moment is indescribable. I said, "Well, how bad is it?" And she said, "Well, your house is rubble. I don't know how to tell you, there's nothing left." It's still really wild to come here and look at this. It still gets at me every time. Because it's just you don't, to go, man, I lived there and all my stuff's buried there, and everything I knew and saved my whole life is rubble. And it's such a surreal feeling. So yeah, I don't come around this neighborhood a whole lot anymore. To walk up and see that kind of destruction and know that that's your life is a feeling I'll never forget. It was very surreal and like this heavy weight of like, holy fuck, now what do I do? Like, I have nothing. I have nothing left. What am I supposed to do? I have kids. Like, just like the weight of the world comes down on you, and like everybody wants to talk to you and wants your attention, and you just want to like dig through the rubble and grab the few small things you can. I almost felt like I was like clinging to myself, trying to find these pieces. While it was very overwhelming to like lose everything I had, at the same time it was this weird gift. It was this moment to step back and think about life and appreciate what I did have, and to go, all right, what is really important to me? Because I have nothing. And so when I move forward, I want to move forward with intent. You know, what are the things that are most important to me, and where do I want to put my energy? The things I told myself I wanted to do moving forward is spend more time on the things I love. That's gardening, cycling, and my kids. And that's a gift that I don't know could have come any other way. It's like a second chance to do life right and not get caught up in the small, everyday things. When it came time to apply, and I was like, should I not? Like, we just went through this whole chaotic event and we're not even back to center yet. Like, do I want to invite more chaos into my life? And then I was like, why wouldn't I? You know, like, why wouldn't I invite more chaos into my life? Like, you have one life. If I'm not doing things that scare me or that other people think are dumb, if I'm not committing myself to doing the things I love, what's the point of being here? Like, this was a way to go, yes, reaching out and asking for help and counting on other people is terrifying to me. Doing big things is terrifying to me. But I need to embrace that, because we never know how much time we have here, and I don't want to be sitting on the sidelines on my deathbed going, why didn't I? I get really frustrated when people are like, just have fun with it. And I'm like, you don't understand, like, growth is not a fun thing. I would not call this a fun project, no offense. It is a mind-changing, soul-changing journey in the best way possible, but that's not fun. It's hard. It's hard. Every bit of it's hard.
I think I can do this. I can do this. As long as I don't hurt myself, I'll be good. A little anxious, but you won't know until you get out there what you're capable of, so all you can do is try, right?
The hardest part of this whole thing has been acknowledging some pieces of myself that I've kind of swept under the rug. I'm like a late diagnosed autistic person. And I feel like normally I do a really good job of masking that. Most people wouldn't know. But I've had like 40 years of practice, you know?
My leg is hurting. I mean, obviously I'm dying and my body's not handling this well, but that wouldn't stop me. I'd just go slow. Questioning my sanity a lot right now. I'm just like mad at my body. Like, why can't you cooperate?
But between all the little stimuli with the cameras and the people, and not really having the confidence or the voice to say something, it's been really hard. I don't know how to communicate to people because I don't normally share it. I don't want people to view me as different or treat me different. I'd rather them just see me as like quirky and weird, you know, because that's me. There's all these other things that I struggle with feeling guilt about that I feel like I should be doing with my time instead of investing in myself. And so this is really the first time in like, I don't know, 6-7 years that I've put time into myself. It's taken some getting used to for me to feel like, no, I do deserve to do this. And now that I'm starting to get to that point where I believe it, like even my kids have noticed, like they tell people I'm happier because I'm on my bike more. And that's a part of it, but I'm happier because I'm taking care of myself more. It's been uncomfortable, but I feel like, you know, this is the journey I need at this point in my life because I do deserve it.
My longest ride prior to this was 30 miles, so, you know, if I can hit that today at this elevation, I'll be okay with that. It gives me hope, you know, like once my leg's better that I might actually be able to make it to the first cutoff in August, but I don't know, today it's just about not injuring myself more, so doing what I can within my means.
So one of the things I've noticed doing this project is I tend to put limitations on myself a lot, both mentally and physically. And so I'm always like at the beginning of the day, like this is the bare minimum I think I can do. And I didn't realize how much that limits me in my life until this weekend, really. I would set a goal and then I'd hit that goal and I'd be like, oh, I'm fine to keep going. And I would just keep going until I couldn't. I tend to place these limitations on myself a lot, where I say, this is all I'm capable of, when really I can go so much farther than that. And so now you guys really have me thinking, like, where else in my life am I doing this? You know, where else am I holding myself back because I think that's all I'm capable of? I've thought this whole time, like, there's no way I'm gonna finish this race. And I know I'm saying my goal is Twin Lakes, but, you know, maybe it is possible I can do a lot more than that and I just don't know it. Getting to see the variety of people that do this sport and how kind and inclusive they've all been. I've felt really seen in a positive way by a lot of people this weekend.
I'm dying already.
You're all right.
I'm questioning my sanity.
As we do at this elevation. This isn't like we're on a bike path in Michigan.
Right.
we're at high elevation going uphill.
The number of people that like are way higher level than me, that have absolutely no reason to pay me any attention, that didn't even know I was part of this program, but just like took the time to talk with me and like slow down and ride with me. It was such a heartwarming, like, aha moment of like, okay, I'm not alone in this. There are people that still see that I have value and that I'm here for a reason, and it's a shared reason. That really changed my whole mindset about the weekend, because I was so scared coming into this. Like, it's hard to not feel like people look at you like, what the fuck are you doing here? And don't see your value as a participant. And so to have that from people that had no clue who I was or my background or anything, I don't think I'd be making the progress I'm making if it wasn't for that. You know, for people saying you're here and that matters, and that it doesn't matter how good you are or like where you're from or what your background is, you're here trying this, and that's huge, and that makes you a part of us, and that makes, you know, you matter, and that's worth something. And that was such a huge change for me for this weekend. I really don't think if it wasn't for people like that I would have been able to push myself as hard as I did. You know, I would love to see more neurodivergent people in this community. It is a community where you will be embraced and you're not alone, and it having a physical outlet that quiets your mind really helps you learn to love all the pieces of yourself. Having that confidence and learning to love myself in this whole process in a very different and deeper way, it fills my bucket. It gives me more to give to other people. And it allows me to recognize myself and others and go, oh, I can actually help you with this. Like, let me, talk to you about travel, or talk to you about bikes, or talk to you about being neurodivergent, or whatever the case may be, or about being a mom and still finding time for yourself. Like, it's given me a voice on all these things, and now I'm starting to see those in other people. And it makes me feel less alone in this world, which is a quite nice thing. It's hard to learn to trust other people and connect with others, but it makes life so much better.